So, I'm back. I had to do something yesterday, so I couldn't record, so I was not on my computer. Anyways, so we start off in Germany, right? On the faction map, which isn't updated, but whatever. I mean, it's updated, but this board is different now, and this board is different. There's two things, so it's fine. It's another day in the office. Anyways, as I was saying, Germany are now powerful enough to stand for themselves, and they're saying to America, we're sick of you influencing everything. We want European independence. They kind of break off and form their own faction called the Europa Pact, which is making the American influence everywhere dwindle and their power dwindle. Joining this is also Ukraine and Belarus, who Germany has sent lots of economic aid to and probably built their entire country back up. Also joining, but not as puppets, these are satellites for Germany because the amount they've done. Pretty autonomous, but yeah. Poland joins and Finland joins because they had ties with the Königsberg Warsaw Pact before. Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia joined for the same reasons as Belarus and Ukraine, but they want, but there wasn't as much. So they're not as not as much support in. So they're not as willing to put a German government in no power. But anyways, yeah, that's the ITO pretty dead globally now. Well, it's not dead globally, but it's just lost its all influence. And this led to its pretty much dismantling. And by that I mean, stupid thing. Joining this is also Hungary, and Czechoslovakia. So yeah, the ITO's influence is pretty much dead globally now. I mean, it's still there globally, but like Central Europe is a place to be, and they've kind of lost it all. Yeah. Moving back to this map now. In the UK and France, the workers are getting pretty sick of constant war and horrible conditions. So as you'd expect, there are uprisings in both. The second time in France, first time in Britain. Well, not the second time in France, like all time in this series, but the first time in Britain. Britain's around Liverpool, Manchester, Carlisle area in the north there. Well, it's not even going on to Liverpool here. And in France, around Marseille, Nice, down the Mediterranean coast, up to Lyon almost. Is that Lyon or is that Tours? Lyon's like here, isn't it? No, that's Tours, I'm pretty sure. How you pronounce it? Yeah, so theirs is much bigger and much more of a threat to the, how you call it, government in power. So both of these are relatively small, not much credibility. The French one gets a lot more success. Partisans rise up and seize Corsica for the communists. So that's a bit more stuff. Not much down there really, but it's more of a propaganda win. They do a spearhead over to Bordeaux and trap a load of men in the Pyrenees, which is eventually finished off, and they start moving their way up to Portois, which is up here, isn't it? Or Porto, I think it's pronounced. Porto. So the communists are getting lots of support, but then literally no one else in the earth is communist right now apart from China. So by that I mean the ITO kind of get everything together and just do some landings, paratroopers and then marines up here, and then that's to force them to move a lot of men back down, and then obviously had to fall back a lot. They're not beaten entirely, but once they lose the Pyrenees line because different priorities in the circle and here, pretty much renders their army dead, and then falls back to where they started. So yeah, no communist, like, how do you call it, government is put in place in France. They flee to Corsica, where they threaten to level, the ITO threaten to level the island entirely if they don't surrender, and then there's literally no standing army anyway, so they surrender. So that's the France one done. How will the UK fare? You might be wondering, and I'm about to tell you, my friend. Well, the UK's standing army is dead now entirely because their economy collapsed. They can't provide for an army, nor does their population want to provide for one, considering how things are going. But to prevent a seizure of Northern Ireland from the Irish, maybe funded by America, who knows? Do that, so I'll actually do that in the future. They take the Isle of Man, and then the communists looking for the future of Britain. No, they wouldn't do that. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, I was gonna say these guys seize it, but that won't make sense. I already own it. My brain's kind of dead right now. Anyways, Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Get alive. There you go. So yeah, they push into the Greater Yorkshire area. Most people siding with the communists now, surprisingly. As in, actually, surprisingly, not sarcastically. Um, at this point, they've cut Great Britain in half. There's a massive march and protest in London, another one in Birmingham, another one in Edinburgh, probably not Belfast, Aberdeen, Norwich, just name cities on there. There's quite a few of them. Yeah, one needs to do this. Actually, colours in the future, so it's all the same colour. There you go. My computer's about to make some really annoying sounds. I better hurry up. Gotta fix it soon. 24 more days, I can fix it. I mean, the date thing won't work, but you can kind of imagine. Oh yeah, 24 more days. Don't need 24 sleep. Still a big day when the big man comes. Oh my goodness, how am I getting pranked? There you go. Oh well. Yeah. So. Oh my goodness, please just work. So the ITO, you think, be shoveling men in here. But it's hard because it's not directly connected to land. Right? If this doesn't actually work, I'm gonna crash out. Oh, no, I'm being in it. Oops, daisies. Anyways, yeah. So they're making gains pretty fast. Even taking advantage of Scottish independence once in the south of Scotland, maybe promising them an independent, autonomous commune, you know. So yeah, the communists are making big gains. They did the same thing for Wales and actually joined in their cause pretty fast. And a similar thing for Cornwall and East Anglia, which is where I'm from. Yeah. So at this point, they're in all of Great Britain, so they're quick to move in. As Pincer captured the rest of the forces around Birmingham, horrible place to die, or be captured. They lose Portsmouth, and with a bit of struggle, they push him out into the English Channel. And with Great Britain pretty much secured at this point, it's just surrender in the north. What about Northern Ireland? Would the government flee there? No, my friend, unfortunately not, because the Irish, helped by the Americans, are quick to seize it. And the sitting parliament is no more and is disbanded for the first time in a couple hundred years. So since its creation, right? Yeah. So now, what comes of Britain? Will another civil war happen or what? Because like they promised the guys independence. Well, no, because they actually give them independence. I would say it's unlike them, but it is because they gave independence to half the world. So there's an independent Cornwall commune, because I wanted to look at cool and fancy. An independent East Anglian commune that owns like half of London, so there you go. An independent Welsh commune. An independent Scottish commune. And so yeah, that's pretty cursed borders. But I don't like the Cornwall ones actually, I'm going to redo that. That's too big. I don't know why I did it all the way up here. Cornwall's this one, isn't it? I don't know, yeah. So yeah, that's some pretty cursed borders. You have the English one, the Welsh one, Cornwall, East Anglia, Scotland. So there we go. Now it's a very carved up Britain. I bet you didn't expect that one. And what became of their colonies, you might be asking? Cyprus was seized by Turkey. Malta was seized by Italy. Well, she was seized by the Americans, and Italy asked them to hand it over, else I joined. They said they'd join this, and America's influence is dwindling, so they just said, yeah, whatever. And that's the only colonies they had left at that point, isn't it? Oh. Yep. All the British Empire and democracy is dead now, and Europe's looking even more cursed. What time? How long? 9 minutes. What was I say I was going to do about looking at this? The France, UK, Germany thing. Yeah, it's just 2 civil wars. I was going to do a Brazilian one, but I'm going to do it next time, so I didn't expect the Britain one to go like that. I was kind of, whatever. Yep. Pretty good explanation of that. So West Africa, without American support piling in, the government collapses, because it's like 4 different languages across it. Everyone hates each other. So we have some of the Latin areas, or the French areas, declaring their own independence. It's probably one of the more messy civil wars that we've seen. So all the French areas declare independence. Yep, big moments here. And then we see separatists from Ghana. No, Ghana hold on to it. Ghana also hold on to these two, and then separatists in Guinea-Bissau. And I hate the borders of the Gambia, so I'm not going to do them. Let's just say they don't exist. Okay. No, I gotta give them representation, man. Big Gambia moments. Okay, cool. And I'm going Norvis because I say the Civil War got white peace. Well, it's not really a white peace Civil War. It's more of like a fighting kind of stops, and there's infighting and stuff. And I don't really want to cover it right now because I'm tired. But let's just say these are split up. So that's probably gonna break apart soon. These are split up. So that's probably gonna break apart soon. No, that's independent. That's independent. Rather, I know I said that. And then this has got like 30 different factions inside of it that want to take power. And finally in Syria, there's probably a touchy one, so I won't get into it too much. The Turks funded, well, pro-Turkish thing in the north, around Hatay. Not in Hatay though, because Turks own that. And let's say, where's that one city? I can't say that, I was seized the other day, wasn't it, Aleppo? Yeah, and then we got the Kurds, and then we got base Syrian government, which is probably a democracy. Well, no, we're going to a democracy, but it is one. I'm going to leave it at that, because I said so. Goodbye, my friend.